What's good? It's Wrestle Kingdom here, and today we're going to be discussing the potential matches that Jade Cargill could potentially have at WrestleMania. And it's very interesting because Jade Cargill just recently signed, well, not really recently, it's been a couple months, that she signed over to WWE from AEW. And she made appearances here and there, mainly, just as a background character. I remember she made her appearance in NXT. She made a couple stare downs. She had a stare down with Charlotte, etc. And then she finally had a match at Royal Rumble. I think she wasn't the last entry. I think she was like 24 or something. She entered the Royal Rumble, had a great showing, eliminating Nia Jax. I forgot who else she probably eliminated, but that was a big moment for her that she was able to eliminate Nia Jax by herself with her strength. And she's definitely going to be immediately pushed to the moon when she gets debuted. Like, she's going to get pushed immediately. It's not even a matter of if she's going to get pushed. It's just when they're going to push her. But I'm very interested to see if they use her at Mania. I don't think so, but if they do use her at Mania, I think these are where they might end up using her at. And the first opponent that I think that makes some sense here is one of the more obvious ones is the EST Bianca Belair. They had a stare down Royal Rumble. They had a very good stare down Royal Rumble when they was both lifting people up. I forgot who they was lifting up, but both of them was lifting a woman up, staring at each other, showing off their strength. And this is the ultimate dream match. Everyone wants to see this match. I don't see WWE pulling the trigger that soon, because if this match was to happen, Jade Cargill would have to immediately win. And I do think that may be a bit of an overkill to immediately push someone that strong to be able to beat Bianca, because Bianca Belair is pushed very well. Because Bianca does not lose unless she gets cheated. For the most part, unless Bianca gets cheated, she does not lose. Like, she just doesn't. So to have Jade win, it would be very, very wild to pull that off. But I wouldn't be mad per se, but I think some people may be mad because it would be a little bit too much of overbooking and pushing her a little bit too strong too soon. But I can see this happening, but I don't think it would happen at this WrestleMania. I just don't think there's time. Now, also, too, I don't know the narrative you could really go with this, because I don't think the Royal Rumble stare down is enough. I think the only way you could really do it is if Bianca Belair kind of does what Seth Rollins did at Mania 38 with Cody Rhodes, and have an open challenge where she just comes out, just says she wants a challenger, and then Jade Cargill pops up. Boom. There you go. You have your Mania match. That's the only way I see it. I don't see them really having a feud because there's not much time to build up to it. And I highly doubt they're just going to randomly debut her. And then, I feel like if they're going to do it, it's going to be more of a surprise type thing. Yeah. So if they do debut her, it's going to be more of a surprise instead of them actually, like building something up. But this is not even a match, but the next situation I see is her being involved in the Damage Control storyline. Now, this one may be a little bit of a reach, but recently she did have a backstage segment with Io Sky, and she was staring her down. And Bayley, as of right now, is all alone by herself and constantly she's basically outnumbered. She's outnumbered. It's 1 against 4. Now, Naomi, on a recent episode of SmackDown, tried to help and save Bayley. So it looks like Naomi is going to help try to even the odds with Damage Control. But is it still 2-on-4? I also think Bianca Belair is going to help balance that out as well. Another person that can help that out is Jade Cargill. Now, it's a little bit of a reach, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because they did have a stare down, and Bayley does need help, and she is going to need another person. Now, Bianca Belair and Naomi may be enough, because Bianca Belair probably could just take out 2 of the 4, because Bayley's going to deal with Io, and then Naomi's going to deal with someone, and then Bianca probably could just take out Asuka and Kyrie, if we're being honest. But if they want to make it like 4-on-4, to even the odds, Jade Cargill could be that next person. Now, I don't see this happening. I don't. But, it's very interesting to see if they would go this route. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I don't see it. But it's just, it's one of the only ones I can really think of, because there's really nothing to really go off of. It's just more so backstage segments, and really just, that's really it. It's just mainly just backstage segments and what kind of makes sense, and people who don't have matches for the most part, which is very shocking. That's also one of the reasons why I mentioned Bianca Belair, because she doesn't have a match, shockingly, which is crazy. But the last match, the last situation I can see happening is Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Now, this one, I think you could actually run the narrative of the Royal Rumble because it was Liv Morgan who eliminated Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax got eliminated by Jade Cargill. This one, I think you could actually run a narrative. Now, I know they're doing a storyline with Liv and Nia wanting Rhea Ripley, but I don't see them, facing Rhea. That's obviously going to be Becky Lynch and Rhea. So I don't know what they do with Liv and Nia Jax at Mania. If you want to put them on the card, you could have Liv and Nia face each other and then potentially add Jade Cargill to that mix. It's a wild one, but it kind of makes sense from a narrative perspective in terms of, Liv eliminated Jade and Jade eliminated Nia. It can work. I don't know how you build toward that, but these are really the only options I see at Mania, at this year's Mania. Now, at the end of the day, do I think she would have a match at Mania? No, I really don't. I think I think she's going to debut at Raw after Mania. I think that's the best time to do it. I just don't think there's enough narrative to really do anything at this year Mania. Now, the only way I think she should debut is if you want to just push her to the moon and just tell everyone that, hey, she's the next top dog in the women's division, then do the Bianca Belair match and just have her beat Bianca. But if you ain't gonna do that, then, well, the Liv Morgan and Nia Jax match may not be too bad because it's a way of not overbooking her, but also not damaging someone else, I guess. You could do that route, but these are really the only scenarios I really see her doing at Mania if it was to happen. But I think Raw at the Mania is when she's going to make her debut. But I'm curious to what you guys think when she's going to debut. But that's all I really have. That's all the matches and scenarios I could really possibly see. But what do you guys think? Do you think she's going to debut at Mania, or maybe it's going to be later down the line? But yeah, that's it.